Good morning. It's Tamara from Southern Adornments Decor. I am live for your Friday Fab Five. We do this every Friday at about 9:30 a.m. I go live and share five of my favorite things with you all, or share big updates and new things that are coming for Southern Adornments Decor. We have had a big week around here. If I seem distracted, it's because I'm trying to grab the link to our live stream so that I can drop it in our messenger. If you're not getting messenger notifications and you want to, you can get those by commenting. What was the word that I set up? Channel. 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 If you comment that, it's going to send you like a little link, and that will subscribe you to our broadcast. I'm doing away with commenting alert because that was done through a different platform outside of Facebook. And that was the way we had to do it before Facebook had a way of notifying people when we got ready to go live. But now Facebook has this new thing called broadcast channels, and it's free. Whereas the other thing, cost quite a bit of money. So, and we used to send out text, which was even more expensive. So I'm glad Facebook finally came up with a free way for us to notify you guys. Yes, comment channel if you haven't been getting notifications. You may, for a bit, get double notifications from me if you're still subscribed to the old way of doing things and the new way, because from now to like October 1st, I'm going to send it to both places just to make sure I'm covering the bases. And then after October, we'll switch to just using the new channel method. So if you're not getting those channel notifications, you can do that there. Let me know if you got your notification this morning. Hey, Pat. Hey, Janet. Good morning, Barbara and Tammy. Hey, Kathy Hayes. Um, we have had a crazy week here at Southern Adornments Decor. I feel like I have been pulling double shifts all week long because I've been showing up here, doing my Facebook Live thing, showing up in the Painters Clubhouse, doing Facebook Lives. I've been working on my computer, doing all the normal business things that I do. But I've been trying to get all of that done by like noon or 1 p.m. every day. And then I've been going out to the shop and helping the guys get caught up on everything SA Live prep. I've been helping them shrink wrap projects. I've been helping them gather swag items. I've been helping pack ornament kit sets. I've been helping with shipping. And then last night for about 2.5 hours, we were on Whatnot and I sold, I think, over 200 I can't say wood blanks because some of them were bundles. So at least 200 orders on Whatnot. And it was crazy. We've had an awesome week. Um, but unfortunately, burdens, like Michael said last night, blessings, not burdens. Don't let your blessings become your burdens. It's all a blessing. That means my business is thriving and I'm thankful for it. But I do have two huge shipping tables loaded down with orders from Whatnot last night that need to be shipped before we can continue our regular order of business. So as soon as I finish up all my duties here and do the powwow with the clubhouse this morning and all that, I've got to go out there and help finish the shipping. You got your notification. Awesome. Yes. Never let your blessings become a burden. Try to and that just means to always be like grateful. Try not to complain about the things that are blessings in your life. And having hundreds of orders and so much work to do, I could easily look at that like a burden, like, oh, I've been pulling 12 plus 14-hour shifts, working out there and working in here and doing all these things. But it just means that God is showing up and my business is thriving, even in an economy when some people are struggling right now. And so I am so grateful. Carrie said, I have Whatnot orders and my virtual kit coming. Can't wait. Thank you for being a blessing to us. I appreciate your support more than you know. Can we still comment link to get links to the products? Yes. Thank you for the reminder, Dee Dee. Comment link if you need the links to any of the things that we're talking about today. I am still using that as a way of having like keywords. You might have noticed in our ornament kits posts, it says comment Santa 25 and it will send you the links to the ornament kits. So, we're still using those types of things. I'm just not using the original broadcast system. Christy says, I have a question. Are the houses with attachments on the site? No, that's why everybody has been clamoring to get those in our Whatnot sales. They were a project from SA Live 2024, so they've never been released publicly. And so the ones I've been selling on Whatnot were just the few extra that we had. I had maybe 12 to 15 extra houses. And so I've just been selling 2 or 3 in each Whatnot sale. I'm down to 1 left. I think eventually we will add them to the shop. I just don't have it on the calendar yet for when to do so. So maybe early 2025, 2026 is the next year coming up. Maybe early 2026, we can get those plugged into like our template club releases and stuff so that they'll come out publicly. Because I know a lot of you want to cut that house and make your own little attachments for your door hangers and all that. Okay, next up. Friday Fab Five. All right. So my plan this morning was to give you a link to the Bible that I use every day. And you know what? I think they've stopped making it. I cannot find it anywhere except like used on eBay or used from a used bookstore. So I will say the Bible that I have used for years is the Beautiful Word Bible, New King James Version, and it's got those beautiful illustrations inside of it. Apparently, they don't make it anymore. So I was like, okay, we'll change gears. Instead, I'm going to talk to you about how you can make your own beautiful word. I got the hiccups. Your own beautiful word Bible. We did a painting Bible workshop summer of 2022 or 3. I don't remember how long ago it was. It was a bit ago. And this was the Bible that I painted. They do have the NIV version, but unfortunately, I don't support the NIV version. I have some problems with the NIV. Did you know that in the NIV, and look it up if you have one, it doesn't call Mary a virgin. It just calls her a young woman. I'm like, that totally detracts from the fact that it was miraculous. If she was just a young woman, then it takes away from the fact that like God made Jesus by impregnating her with the Holy Spirit. Like, I'm not going to get into all of it. You know what I mean? Like, so I just don't like the NIV but that's one reason among a few. There's also some other verses in there that have been altered to the point where I'm like, I don't know that I would trust that version. So I try to stick with English Standard Version, New King James, or King James. New King James is my favorite though. It's like close enough to the like probably most trusted version, but newer enough language that it's not a lot of ye's and thous. But anyway, if you haven't taken this Bible painting workshop, it's only $15, and I'll walk you through how to paint this cover on the Bible. So the front side, I've got lettering you can trace for the Holy Bible. I've got like the flowers and everything you can trace just like you do with your graphite papers and templates onto a Bible cover. Now you can use the Bible that you have. I don't know if you could paint like on a fabric cover Bible. And painting on leather might be tricky. You might have to do some like research on like what kind of primer to use. I've only ever done this on like a paperback, or not paperback, but like a hardcover paper surface. I did do it once on like a really slick Bible cover. It had some kind of like slick coating, and I did do like a good primer cover first, and it turned out well. And then on the back, there's a tracer that says, for with God, nothing will be impossible. And so those tracers are available for this tutorial, and I'll walk you through all of it step by step. Amy said, I did this with a Bible my ex-husband and I shared. It had both of our names on it, so I painted over it. That's so smart. I love that. Tammy says, I love a doodle Bible. I have doodled in my Bible quite a bit too. It was funny because I have this little like doodle in the side margins that looks like a little mount with a cross in it. And it says something about the kingdom cannot be shaken underneath. And I look over, I'm like on that page in my Bible during church the other night. And I look over and Charlie is copying it in her Bible. She doodles in the margins of her Bible too. And I love it. She's getting so good at like flipping to all the scriptures and following along with the preacher. She's getting really good at it. You like the English Standard Version? I listen to the ESV a lot in the Bible app. If I'm like listening to somebody read the Bible, I really like that version. Christy said, I did not know that. I'm going to have to check my version. Yeah, check and let me know. Because I could be mistaken, but that's what somebody told me. I have not verified because I don't actually own an NIV. But that's what I have always heard about the NIV. And so I was like, I don't know about that. Okay, if you do take this Bible workshop, be aware there are additional designs that you can purchase for $15 more from Casey Hope from Pizzazz Art Studio, Jennifer Radin of Canvas Sign Designs, and Sarah Cummings from the Redheaded Camel. So they provided 3 additional like tracer packets that you can do. So if you like sunflowers, you can go with that one. If you maybe like my cover art but want different wording, you could kind of mix and match and make your Bible custom to you. So there's some other options. Kathy said, I have every Bible that I have received once I became a Christian at age 14 over the years. I have doodled in many. I have a lot of my older Bibles. I had got one when I like graduated high school. I think I got one when I got baptized. So I've got several Bibles as well. It's hard to get rid of them, right? They become so personal to you. It's like little time capsules of my life. And then you're going to need a Bible to paint. So if you don't have one that you can currently paint, I did find this one. I think it is an ESV, and it's got this plain white cover. It is the exact Bible that I used in this Bible workshop. I think it's like $25-$30. So really great. And I think it also has the margins where you can doodle on the inside. And then so many of you loved my Bible tabs. The Bible tabs that I have, I think I got on Etsy a long time ago, and they're no longer available. So I tried to find something that was as close to those as I could, and I found these on Amazon. So if you need some cute, like girly Bible tabs, you can grab these. So comment link, and it will send you the links to all these things on Amazon, plus the link to that Bible painting workshop. Lisa says, I have the Passion Bible. It's translated from Hebrew into layman's terms so anyone can understand it. Oh, I haven't heard of that one. I'll have to look into that. Any other questions about Bible painting, Bible workshop, Bibles in general? I did all of this week because if you remember in a Friday Fab 5 2 weeks ago, I did my 5 favorite Bible verses. If you missed it, go back and watch it on YouTube. It's in the live tab on my YouTube channel. And I shared my 5 favorite Bible verses. And y'all, that took me surprise. I must have been real hormonal that day because I got very emotional, kind of sharing my story about what some of these Bible verses mean to me. And it touched a lot of you. And you have reached out to me and let me know how much it meant to you, how much you needed to hear it in that moment. And I was like, I feel like this is a good follow-up Friday Fab 5 to that. Like if you're, wanting to get more into your Bible reading and spend more time in the Word of God, that's never a bad thing. And maybe you want to incorporate your art into that as well. I think it's good to kind of like tie it all together. And so it just makes your Bible that much more personal to you. And so I thought this was a good follow-up. It was wonderful. You cried too, Diane. I didn't mean to make everybody cry. Okay, I don't see any questions, so we'll move along unless you guys have anything else. Sheila said, I loved that Friday Fab 5. Jane said, yes, I thoroughly enjoyed your favorite Bible verses program a few weeks ago. I do plan to do something similar to that in future Friday Fab 5s. So maybe like once a month, we'll do something a little more faith-based where I'll either share my favorite scriptures with you or I'll do like a little mini Bible study with you. So if you enjoyed that, I definitely appreciate the feedback because it took a lot of courage for me to like do something completely like out of the box like that because I haven't ever done that before on a Friday Fab 5. I was like, how's this going to be received? Are they going to be like, where's all your Amazon favorites? Or is everybody going to love it? So I think the majority liked it and enjoyed it. I didn't hear any negativity at all. So hopefully if you didn't enjoy it, you just kept that to yourself. But hopefully I inspired you to open up the Word of God and spend a little bit of time in it yourself because it's what feeds us. It's literally what we need every day. You loved that episode? Okay. Thank y'all so much for the feedback. Y'all are so great. Like we said, our ornament kits came out this week. If you did not hear about it for whatever reason, this is what they look like. It's $65 for the kit. It comes with video tutorials, a supply list, and a packet of resin. So if you raise your hand, if you're scared of doing resin and haven't done it before, drop a comment, say me. I will admit I was scared of resin too. I refused to try it without Cindy Manley sitting right beside me. That's my friend. She does art, glass and resin art, and resin is her thing. She knows how to do it. So I was like, I'm not going to do it until Cindy is right here with me and can hold my hand. And so she held my hand through my first resin project. And I was like, is that all it is? Oh, I can do this. And so it gave me a little bit of courage. So maybe those of you who are saying me, I see you, Melissa, Diane, Patricia, Marla. Um, Mary said, I've got lots backed up. So you've got projects sitting there waiting to be resined. And if you're a little afraid, let the ornament kit be your first resin project. I say this because the most intimidating thing about doing resin is the fear of wasting the resin, messing up your project, getting the measurements of the resin and hardener wrong, or doing the steps all wrong. And so you don't have to do your first resin project alone. If you do it in an ornament kit like this, the hardest part, the measuring of the resin and the hardener and the mixing of it together, is taken out of the equation because these little packets are pre-measured with the perfect amount of resin that you need to complete these 4 ornaments. So all you have to do is pull a tab and it will like remove the separator that keeps the resin and hardener from mixing. It'll allow those two to mix together, and you just sit and squish a bag. So if you can sit and squish a bag for 3 minutes and follow instructions like I show you in the video, you can do this. I promise. I have led so many people through a project like this the last 3 years in a row. This is our 3rd year for coming out with ornament kits. The first year was 2023, and then we did some last year, and then this year. So they're kind of becoming like collector's items. So I think next year we're going to do something a little less North Pole, maybe not Santa, but something just a little different. And so hopefully you get into collecting these like I do. I think it's going to be beautiful. We could fill a whole tree with our handmade ornaments, and they kind of are going to become, in my mind, they're going to become like heirlooms in my family, because with this resin on them, they're practically indestructible. These are going to last for years. They don't, when they fall on the ground, they're not going to break. They're going to be like really durable. They're going to last for years and years. And so your hand painted, beautiful artwork here could last for generations. And people could be like, my great grandma painted these or whatever, I just love the idea that my art could live on beyond me and my family could enjoy it for years. So, a lot of you ordered more than just one. And for the first time this year, we did offer the wood pieces only as a separate product. So you can get one kit with the resin and tutorial, and then you can buy additional wood pieces. Now you would have to go out and buy more resin, and that might be a little more tricky. So if that intimidates you, just get additional kits and you can make as many of these as you like. We have already sold about half of the stock that we plan to sell this season. So I do expect these to sell out before the end of the season. I don't plan to have excess of these like I did last year. Last year we made way too many. We were expecting, I don't know what we were expecting, because they sold out so fast in 2023. We were like, that may happen this year in 2024, and we cut too many. So this is a close-up look of the designs. You've got the elf standing next to the sleigh. I think that was probably my favorite because in person it's so like dimensional because of the way the sleigh sticks out. It's just really cool. So I think that one might be my favorite. Then you've got Santa checking his list. Y'all will have to drop in the comments which one's your favorite. And then you've got the elf painting the rocking horse and the deer in the barn. The deer in the barn is a close second to me. I really like the dimensionality of it too. You've got the fence, the deer, the barn. Like, it's all so cool looking. And I love that moon in the background. Wanda says, don't be afraid to use resin. Once you do it, you will see it's fun to do. Yes, and it's so satisfying. So Christina said, I ordered my kit. Can't wait. I'll do jars, tears, and this year's. Oh, I think you meant last year's and this one together. I was looking for other comments. Christy said, I found the wood book holder and like a paper cover from Hobby Lobby for a Bible at Hobby Lobby. Oh, that's how you ordered yours. You got the full kit and additional wood pieces. We are going to end up selling out of the additional wood pieces faster than the kits because we didn't have as many of those just wood pieces made up. So I think we're down to like less than 50. Let me look and see real quick what the stock is on those. Patricia says her favorite is the sled and the elf. Hang on, I'm pulling it up on my computer. I'm on my phone here so I can see the stock. Yes, we have 40 left of the wood pieces only and 250 left of the full kit and tutorial. So we've already sold over half of what we had planned to do. And these are ready to ship right now. We already have them packed up, ready to go. You can purchase them. They will ship immediately. You love the deer in the sleigh? Christina's typing without my glasses. Diane says, where do we put our ornament after the resin and trying to dry? I explained that in the video, Diane, but essentially like leave it in a place where you can like leave it for overnight, maybe cover it with an empty cardboard box so no like dust, cat hair, or things in the atmosphere land on it, or and then lock the room. Like don't leave it in a public space. I leave mine in my craft room here because nobody's going to come in here and mess with it. And I lock my cats out of here because my cats love to hang out in my craft room. They love to sit in the chair. I don't know if this chair just smells like me, but they like to sit in this chair where I'm sitting right now and take naps. And I was like, they're going to end up stepping in the middle of this and messing my resin up. So anytime I do resin in here, I lock the cats out. We do plan to bring some ornaments to SA Live. That's part of the reason why the stock in the store isn't as high as it could be, because we have reserved 100 kits to bring to SA Live and 50 wood pieces only. So I do expect those to sell out at SA Live probably on day one. So definitely grab those first. Can you get extra resin packets? No, that is part of the reason why these kits are so limited. We only have a limited amount of resin in stock. And these packets of resin have to be special ordered from the art resin company. And it takes 4 to 6 weeks to get more of them when you order. So we're really limited by what we have in stock. And I ordered these like back in June. So we're working with what we got. Barbara said, I was told to watch the video to do resin from last year's first to practice. Yeah, that's a good tip. Any other questions about resin and ornaments? I got a better heat gun to get rid of the bubbles. Yeah, heat guns needed to get rid of those bubbles, or like a torch. I think the first time I did it, I used a lighter, which is not ideal. It's hard to direct the flame where you want it to go. Okay. I can't, by the way, once you guys complete your ornaments, I want to see pictures. So lay them out, take pictures of them, share them in the Painters Clubhouse. We may even have a post scheduled here on the page too for you to post pictures of your ornaments in the comments. So feel free to do that as well. You ordered 6-ounce bags from my friend. Yes, my friend Cindy Manley sells the pouches, and I didn't even know the pouches that come in these kits have 2 ounces. But apparently Cindy said they also make pouches in 6-ounce bags. So if you need those, artshattered.com, that's my friend Cindy. She has some in stock. You can also buy bottles of resin on Amazon and from Cindy as well. Okay, and then your last reminder is to buy your virtual ticket for SA Live. We are leaving in just a week and a half. SA Live is 2 weeks from today, October 3rd. And so if you want to join us virtually, you can do so for just $47. That's going to give you access to our virtual vendor booth where you can shop the sale. It's also going to get you access to all the templates to the projects that we're creating. So remember that little house project we talked about earlier? That was exclusive to SA Live. So this year's projects are going to be exclusive to SA Live as well. You won't be able to purchase them outside of SA Live unless you're a virtual or in-person attendee. So if you want to get the full kit, do virtual pass plus kit for $247, and we'll send you a box with all 6 projects in the box so that you can complete those at home. One of those projects is a resin project. The resin is not included in the box, so you'll need to make sure to have some resin on hand. And no more than a packet of resin would be needed. Probably just like an ounce of resin would be fine. Donna said, I would love to see Valentine's and Easter ornament type designs. Okay. Are you talking about the ornament kits? I've heard that requested before, and I'm like, what are y'all hanging those on? Do y'all put up a tree at Easter or Valentine's? Is that a common thing? I don't do that, but I also think the guys in the shop would kill me if I started coming out with more ornament kits than one a year, because it really takes up a lot of time for us to like stop and cut hundreds of these things for these kits. So it all depends on the capacity that we have behind the scenes to get more stuff out, because we're already doing so much throughout the year. You're super excited about SA Live. I am too. It's going to be so much fun. I still need to paint my denim for the denim fashion show that's going to be on day 1 of SA Live. I've got to get that done in the next week and a half. We leave October 1st to head down. The dates for SA Live are October 3rd and 4th. It's Friday, Saturday, 2 weeks from today. And so it's all going to be live streamed into a private link that we will share inside the SA Live Facebook group. So not only will you be able to watch the entire live stream throughout those 2 days, you'll have access to the replays for up to a year, and you'll be able to see all the photos inside that group of what all everybody's doing, the projects. You'll be so inspired. And it's going to make you want to come next year. So if you want to come next year in 2026, we'll be announcing where and when that will be on the second day of our event, which is October 4th at the end of the day. And so you want to be in this virtual group so you can get first dibs on those super early bird tickets, because you can save up to $200 off if you pay in full for 2026. Any questions? Many people do seasonal small trees. I did not know this. Linda said, my hairdresser leaves a tree up all year and decorates it for each season. That's so fun. Kenletta says, good morning. When will the kits for the virtual be mailed? I thought they were being mailed today. I was incorrect. We're packing them today. They're going to be mailed on the 22nd. I have a Valentine's tree that sits on my dining table. Okay. I'm not going to say no. I'll say I'll think about coming out with other seasons. Mary says it's going to be day one. Got to make sure it's done. No last minute. Tina says, I'm sad we're not going, but we have to have a virtual kit coming. Okay, good. If you know that if you were an in-person attendee who now knows you're not going to be able to come for whatever reason, please email our customer service ASAP, as soon as possible, so that we can get you switched to virtual and pack you a virtual kit, because we're packing those starting today. So if you're not going to be here, we need to know so that we can transfer you to virtual and get your kit sent out before the event. Your husband got your suitcase out yesterday. Are you packing already? You have a friend that decorates her tree for Halloween, Thanksgiving, and Christmas, and of course, Mardi Gras. Wow, Mardi Gras tree would be fun. Okay, September designs that have come out. You may or may not have seen these already. I have been selling several of the wood blanks to these designs in our Whatnot sales lately. Lots of you have been buying that little cheer pom-pom and megaphone for keychain size in 4-inch and painting them for like your team and stuff like that. This one right here that says North Pole has a little bar across the bottom where you can attach ribbon, and it hangs down, and you can use little clothespins to attach your Christmas cards to it. It's kind of like a way to display your Christmas cards. We've got a disco Santa hat, all kinds of designs. I've talked about these before. These three at the top are all 3D. The letters Merry Christmas are 3D on those. So if you haven't seen these, you can grab the templates for $7 each, or the wood blanks at shopdoorhangers.com in 5 different sizes from 4-inch all the way up to 18-inch. And then if you want to grab all the digital designs, all the templates, you can sign up for the template club and get them all for just $25. The new October bundle comes out on October 1st. So if you sign up now, you'll get September's, and then October 1st, you'll be billed again and get the October bundle. What do you wear in October for clothes? Here in Kentucky, I'm still wearing shorts. It's still 90 degrees outside. Actually, it's 74 today, but it's been getting up to like 90 the last couple days. It's not October yet, but mid to late October, it'll start getting a little chillier. It'll get more like 70, 65. In the mornings, it'll be cool. In the afternoons, it'll be warm. So you have to wear layers. I usually start out with like a cardigan or a flannel shirt, and then I've usually got that all off by the afternoon. Okay, any other questions, comments, things you want to discuss before we log off? I've got to go live at 10:15. That's in a little over 15 minutes. Oh, for the beach. Let me look and see what the weather is at the beach. I mean, it's kind of like it is here, pretty warm. I was going to say something and it totally blanked out. Oh, I've got to go live for the powwow in about 15 minutes. Okay, in Destin, isn't that funny that I have Destin's weather information saved on my phone so I can look at it all the time? It looks like the high is about 78. So maybe by then it'll be about 75. It's going to start dropping a little bit. No, sorry, that's the low. The low is about 75. The high is roughly 80, 83. So I think you'll be fine in summer attire. I would say at SA Live in the conference room, have a jacket or a hoodie or something, because it's always cold in the conference room. And don't wear shorts to the conference room. You'll likely your legs will be cold. It's always cold in those conference rooms. So I always bring layers. Linda said, I don't see the link for the powwow. It should be in the Facebook group. I wonder if they have it scheduled to post at 10 o'clock. So give it like another minute or two and then check. Any other questions? All right, y'all. Have a wonderful weekend. Thank you for joining me on the Whatnot sale last night. I told the ladies, I was like, I planned on doing a Whatnot sale next Thursday night on September 25th. I may or may not cancel it between now and then. It really depends on how things are going with SA Live Prep and how like much time we have to cut more stuff or whatnot. So we'll see. I will let you know by Wednesday. Pam says, I will have denim jackets. Pam has been painting so many denim jackets and hats and fun things to sell in her vendor booth. So y'all be sure and check out Pam's vendor booth while you're there. Mary says, please cancel. It's funny because you're telling me I need to cancel because you told me you weren't going to buy anything last night and you ended up buying stuff. And then Sheila Smith, on the other hand, is like, no, please don't cancel because I get paid on Wednesday. You ladies crack me up. But yes, it is always fun no matter what. All right. I'll see y'all in the powwow in just a few moments. Bye, everyone.